Alright, YouTube, here is our brooder, and I wanted to show you what it looks like when we first get it set up. It's nothing special. It's just an old water trough from the farm that started leaking, so we can no longer use it for our cows. I put a piece of cardboard down the bottom. I put a piece of cardboard underneath it on the floor. We're in our little milk house here, and inside of it I put down shavings, just premium pine shavings that I got from Tractor Supply. Nothing, flakes, nothing extraordinary. I understand that you don't want to use cedar, so and then from there I just tricked out with this little brooder heater, and boy, that brooder heater works good. I've got it set up on the second rung. All right, it's adjustable. I believe I'm gonna set it back down to the first run, get it as low as possible, especially for the chicks. I've got kind of two compartments. This side over here I rarely ever open, so I got this heavy duty area, and then over here on this side I've got it covered with wire mesh, and it scrapes and screeches and makes all sorts of noises when I get it out of there. Let me go ahead and do so you can see. That's not so bad, but it freaks out the little chicks when I go in there. But it gets to telling them that I am coming in, so they know what's going on. One real critical thing is the water. You see the rocks in there. You want to put rocks inside your water container for the first couple weeks, because unfortunately the little baby chicks aren't the sharpest in the world, and they'll get in there and drink and get in the water and drown. It's just the way it is. You don't believe me? You don't believe the masses? Well, you'll figure it out if you don't put the rocks in there, especially in the beginning. After they're old enough, it'll be all right. So this is what it looks like down in their little whirl at their level. You can see the brooder is probably a little high. I got it turned on brute. There's also a heat setting. You want to make sure you never put it on that heat setting if you're going to let them brood under it, because you'll burn them. It's awfully hot. So this is where I'm going to put their food for the first couple days. Once they get used to that, then I'll add a feeder, and I'll show you when I do that. And really, this is it. This is where they'll live for the first 5 or 6 weeks, till they get their feathers and fluffy, and then we'll take them outside to the little rearing brooder, which is our next stage. And then from there, once they get up a couple months, 3 months old, then we'll start integrating them with the chickens. But just wanted to give you a little shot of our brooder. The next time you see the brooder, you'll see little chicks running around in here. And what we'll do is inside where the chicks hatch in the incubator, we'll leave them in there for 24, 36 hours, basically till they're dried up and nice and fluffy, and then we'll grab however many and bring them out here. Never one alone. Usually 2, 3, 5, 10. There's 42 eggs in there. I'm expecting probably 32 to survive. The rest to probably not be fertile, and again, I could have a better idea of all that if I would have candled them and all that. But I used to raise ostrich eggs and ostriches and candle ostrich eggs, and that's cool. It's fun, but necessary? Well, only if you really want to get scientific about it. I'm more of the thought of let them do their thing, and at the end of it all, time will tell, right? There's nothing you can do for an unfertile egg to take it out of there. So why not leave it in, and the mass will help keep the heat in. That's just my way of thinking. But there's nothing wrong with weighing them and checking them and marking the egg, the air sac, and all that cool stuff. It's awfully fun. unfortunately my time is a little short, and I got a lot of projects going on around here. So I let nature do its own thing. Here's one last view at the chicken level, at the little chick level. They'll come in here and get their water. I put it up on top of this concrete, and sometimes I'll lift the concrete up as I start adding more flakes. And what happens is, you know, instead of picking and cleaning, I just keep adding and adding and stirring, and it all composts in there, and you know, covers up the smell, keeps it clean in here, keeps the dust down, and there you have it. Pretty soon there's going to be 30-40 chicks running around here. How exciting. This is a fun time. Spring on the farm, spring at your house, spring with baby chicks. Amazing to have life born in front of you, and to know that you helped it come along, right? The roosters and the chicken did it all, but you grabbed a hold of the eggs, you incubated them, you take care of them. You're like the mama hen, and you're the first thing they see when they come out. So, all right, YouTube, I can't wait to show you some of the chickens hatching and bringing them out to the brooder. Thanks for hanging with me.